I shouted your name from the edge of the world, where the sky turns to charcoal and the banners are furled. I waited for some kind of thunder sound, but I just heard my heartbeat hitting the ground. There's a mile of nothing between where I stand and the ghost of the life that we held in our hand. It's a beautiful drop, it's a terrifying view, the vast open distance of losing you. And I'm shouting into the canyons of goodbye, where the echoes of don't leave go to wither and die. It's too wide to jump and it's too deep to climb. It's a hollowed out hole in the fabric of time. I'm standing on one side, you're light years away in the silence that follows everything we didn't say, just an echo wandering high through the lonely canyons of goodbye. The bridge that we built was made out of glass, too fragile for all of the years that would pass. I'm looking at fragments down there in the dark, reflecting the ghost of a long faded spark. I try to remember the warmth of your skin, but the wind in the gorge is just paper thin. It carries the scent of the rain and the sage, and the sound of a hand turning over the page. They say that the water carved out the stone, that a river can eat through the rock all alone. I guess that's what tears did to the floor of my soul, leaving a canyon where I used to be whole. And I'm shouting into the canyons of goodbye, where the echoes of don't leave go to wither and die. It's too wide to jump and it's too deep to climb. It's a hollowed out hole in the fabric of time. I'm standing on one side, you're light years away in the silence that follows everything we didn't say, just an echo wandering high through the lonely canyons of goodbye. Can you hear me? Do you miss me? The sound just bounces back to me, a hollow, haunting melody. I'm still on the edge, I'm still at the sky, lost in the canyons of goodbye. I found your lighter in the pocket of my coat, small enough to hold, but it's heavy as a stone. I flicked the wheel just to see if it would glow, but the butane is gone and the flames running low. It's funny how the heat can just vanish into air, leaving nothing but a chill and a scent you used to wear. Now I'm just reaching for the ghost of a spark, trying to light a candle in a world that's gone dark. We were a wildfire, a beautiful mess. Now I'm shivering cold in this hollowed out chest. The embers are gray and the smoke's gone thin. Where do you go when the fire won't begin? I'm still waiting for a light that used to be ours, chasing the ghost of a spark in the dark. I remember the kitchen at 3 in the morning. We were burning so bright we ignored every warning. Your eyes were like copper, reflecting the light before the oxygen left us in the middle of the night. Now I strike every match till my fingers turn black, but there's no amount of friction that's bringing you back. You can't warm your hands on a memory of heat. You can't find the rhythm when the heart skips a beat. I'm standing in the ashes of the me and you, wondering how something so golden turns blue. Now I'm just reaching for the ghost of a spark, trying to light a candle in a world that's gone dark. We were a wildfire, a beautiful mess. Now I'm shivering cold in this hollowed out chest. The embers are gray and the smoke's gone thin. Where do you go when the fire won't begin? I'm still waiting for a light that used to be ours, chasing the ghost of a spark in the dark. One more strike, nothing but a hiss, 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 hiss. Is this all we are? Just a used to be kiss. The room's getting colder, the shadows are stark. I'm losing my way with the ghost of a spark. The sun went down on a Tuesday in June, but the clock on the wall didn't signal noon. The neighbors are waking, I hear their car start, but it's pitch black and frozen inside of my heart. I've pulled all the curtains, taped up the glass, waiting for a morning that never will pass. Since you walked out the door and took all the light, I've been settling into this permanent night. And oh, it's a permanent night in this room. A sky with no stars and a hollowed out moon. I'm reaching for matches that won't ever strike, in a world where the day and the dark look alike. There's no dawn on the horizon, no break in the gray, just a shadow of you that won't go away. Yeah, I'm blinded by memories, holding on tight to the cold, heavy glow of this permanent the only shade left is the absence of you. The streetlights are humming like a funeral march for a bright afternoon. I used to be scared of the things in the dark, but now I'm the ghost, just a faint dying spark, wrapped in the sheets where your warmth used to stay before the sun broke and just drifted away. The world keeps on turning, or so I've been told, but my calendar's stuck and the coffee is cold. How can they breathe in the heat of the sun? Don't they know that the daylight is over and done? And oh, it's a permanent night in this room, a sky with no stars and a hollowed out moon. I'm reaching for matches that won't ever strike, in a world where the day and the dark look alike. There's no dawn on the horizon, no break in the gray, just a shadow of you that won't go away. Yeah, I'm blinded by memories, holding on tight to the cold, heavy glow of this permanent night. Of a permanent night. It's always night. From the list we wrote back in July, of all the places we promised to find. The tickets are booked for a train leaving late, but the passenger seat is a terrible weight. I'm shaking my watch like it's going to turn back to the moment before all the colors faded black. We were mid-sentence, we were mid-dream. I'm just drifting alone in the stream. I know I was saving the best parts for later. I was building a future skyscraper, but the clock on the mantle just laughed at my plans, and the forever we held slipped right through my hands. I had a thousand I love you still left in my phone, and a lifetime of letters I never quite wrote. We didn't lose love, we just ran out of road. Yeah, we ran out of time before the story was told. The ink is still wet on the life we designed, the house on the you that we left in our mind. I'm standing in rooms that will never be built, covered in shadows and almost in guilt. You told me tomorrow and I believed you. Now tomorrow is here, but it's missing a view. It's so cool, got a math, but the numbers don't add to the 50 more years I thought that we had. Is there a place where the minutes go hiding, where the years that we lost are quietly biting? I'd trade every heartbeat I've got left to spend, just to go back to the start and change to the end. And oh, I was saving the best parts the doubts and my plans, and the forever we had slipped right through my hands. I had it close and I love you still left in my thought, and a lifetime of love is I'll never play wrong. We didn't lose though, we just ran out of road. Yeah, we ran out of time before the story was tick-tock in the hall, silence on the wall. I was just getting started with loving you, but the sun went down before we were through. Just a second to wait, just a lifetime too short. We ran out of time, ran out of time. The clock stopped, but I didn't.
The day begins with perfect seams, a practice calm facade. I choose the socks that match the mood. I'm broadcast to the god of office lights and grocery aisles and acceptable replies. I stitch the minutes neatly where the lonely terror lies. My smile is a measured thing, a geometry of grace, a clean, well-lighted fortress for the hollow in its place. I am a master of the craft of being almost fine, but there's a thread that's working loose inside the lining of my coat, a single stubborn tremor in the center of my throat. I feel the careful scaffolding begin to subtly sway, a slow and gentle fracturing at the closing of the day. And I am studying the art of coming undone. It's a quiet revolution, fought and lost and slowly won. Not a crash but an unspooling in the confidential dark, a symphony of silence leaving its indelible mark. The art of coming undone, it's the masterpiece I've begun to paint with honest trembling what the steady hand has shunned. A slow, deliberate falling apart. It's in the way the coffee cup will tremble in my hand, for reasons that the weather or the traffic can't command. It's in forgetting common words mid-sentence in the air, and staring at the space they left with a vacant practice stare. It's in the nightly ritual of laying out my keys and feeling a profound despair for rituals like these, a silent deconstruction of the person I became. And the mirror shows a portrait that is beautifully composed, but the eyes are getting familiar with the darkness they've enclosed. They're learning how to see the cracks in the plaster and the paint, and whisper to the gathering storm, I will not make you faint. So I am practicing the art of coming undone, this delicate unraveling beneath a distant watching sun. Not a failure but a shedding of a skin that got too tight, a giving up the ghost of being absolutely right. The art of coming undone, it's the only truthful one, to sculpt with raw exhaustion what the polished will has done. A slow, deliberate falling apart. Let the stitches pop, let the glue give way, let the carefully arranged books on the shelf start to sway. What if the breakdown is the breakthrough? What if the crack lets the light through? This is not chaos descending, this is a long-awaited ending of the war with my own fragile, human and beautiful. Studying the art of coming undone, this sacred soft surrender to a battle lost and won. Let the walls turn into river, let the structure turn to sea. This dissolution is the only thing that's setting me free. The art of coming undone. See the radiant crumbling sun who built a cage of competence beneath a heavy sun, and is learning in the coming apart to finally start. To sit amidst the pieces and not call it a mess, to feel the quiet liberation of a truthful, clean distress, to be at last unmade, and in that open space finally begin.
I still set the table for two every night, force of habit or maybe just a ghost of a fight. The steam from the coffee still rises the same, but the silence across from me screams out your name. I reach for your hand, but I'm grasping just a hollowed out space in that mahogany chair. And oh, it's the loudest thing in the room, a wooden reminder of love gone to gloom. I'm surrounded by walls, but I'm living in there, in the shadow that sits in your empty chair. It doesn't move, it doesn't breathe, it just waits for the version of you that won't leave. Your coat's on the hook, getting dusty and gray. I tell myself I'll move it, but never today. The sunlight still hits where you used to sit back. Now the velvet is faded, the wood started to crack. I'd give every tomorrow for one. How was your day? Before the cold settled in and you drifted away. They say time is a healer, that it fills in the gaps, but the floorboards still ache from your ghost heavy steps. I'm a king of a kingdom that's fallen to dust, with a throne made of oak and a heart full of rust. And oh, it's the loudest thing in the room, a wooden reminder of love gone to gloom. I'm surrounded by walls, but I'm moving in there, in the shadow that sits in your empty chair. It doesn't move, it doesn't breathe, it just waits for the version of you that won't leave. Dinner is cold, the candle burned out. I'm still whispering things I used to shout. I'll stay in the dark, I'll stay in the spare. Just me and the ghost in your empty chair. Just the empty chair.
I'm ironing the shirts that you left on the floor, even though you won't be wearing them anymore. I smooth out the wrinkles, the creases of life, the edge of the collar, sharp as a knife. I remember the way that this cotton would feel when you leaned in to tell me our forever was real. Now I'm stacking the fabric, a neat little pile, trying to compress every tear, every smile. And I'm tucking the grief into the memory folds, trying to keep back the damp and the cold. One corner for laughter, one corner for pain, smoothing the spots where I cried in the rain. It's a heavy collection, it's a burden I hold, but I'm hiding my heart in the memory fold. Yeah, I'm folding it up, keeping it small, so I don't have to feel like I'm losing it all. There's a line in the sweater from the way that you said, I can't bring myself to flatten out there. It's the shape of your shoulder, the ghost of your frame, the physical map of a beautiful flame. I put them in boxes and label them past If I press down the seams till the edges are straight, maybe I can outrun the weight of this fate. And I'm sucking the grief into the memory fold, trying to keep back the damp and the cold. One corner for laughter, one corner for pain, smoothing the spots where I cried in the rain. It's a heavy collection, it's a burden to hold, but I'm hiding my heart in the memory fold. Yeah, I'm folding it up, keeping it small, so I don't have to feel like I'm losing it all. The drawer is full, the room is bare, just a stack of your ghosts sitting quietly there. I've smoothed out the us, I've tucked in the we. Now there's nothing but creases inside of me. Just a memory fold. Fold it away, don't let it stay in the memory fold. I watch the steam rise off your tea in the morning light. We talked about the weather and the rain we had last night. I had the words like pebbles hidden underneath my tongue, heavy with the weight of all the songs we haven't sung. You reached out for the sugar and your sleeve brushed past my hand. I looked away and traced the patterns on the table strand. The door was open wide, the invitation was right there, but I let the moment vanish in the thin and quiet air. And it's the unspoken I love you that's breaking my heart, the one I kept in pieces, the one I tore apart. It's a ghost in the hallway, it's a shadow on the wall. The loudest thing between us is the thing I won't outcall. Now the room is getting colder and the clock is ticking slow, and I'm drowning in the secrets that I never let you know. Yeah, it's killing me softly, the way we said goodbye, with an unspoken I love you caught behind a tired eye. I walked you to your car and I felt the engine hum. I wanted to say stay, but I acted deaf and dumb. I made a joke about the traffic in the long drive you had left, while my spirit felt the sting of a sudden quiet theft. You looked at me for one beat longer than you usually do. I think you were waiting for a word that was overdue, but I just waved a hand as you pulled out of the drive and watched the only thing that made me feel alive. Is it better to have said it and watched it hit the floor, or to keep it in a box behind a locked and bolted door? Now my throat is like a desert and my chest is full of lead, because I'm living in the graveyard of the things I never said. And it's the unspoken I love you that's breaking my heart, the one I kept in pieces, the one I tore apart. It's a ghost in the hallway,
clock's ticking slow, and I'm drowning in the secrets that I never let you know. Yeah, it's killing me softly, the way we said goodbye, with an unspoken I love you, caught behind a tired eye. I'm whispering it now to the empty hallway floor. I'm screaming it at night to the lock upon the door. But the air doesn't carry it back to where you are. It's just a silent signal to a dead and distant star. I love you, I love you. I should have said it then. Now it's just the unspoken, over and over again. I remember the morning I brought them to you, freshly cut stems and the scent of the dew. You laughed as you placed them in glass by the bed. Nothing is beautiful dies is what you said, but the petals have withered and fallen to dust. The water's gone murky, the spirit has crushed. And now when I reach for the place where we laid, I'm bleeding from choices that we shouldn't have made. Now I'm just holding on to the thorns of the rose, watching the garden that we planted close. The bloom was a fever, a sweet summer high, but the sting in my palm is the only goodbye. You took all the color, you took all the red, leaving the sharp, jagged edges instead. I'm losing my grip, but the memory grows deep in the skin like the thorns of the rose. We ignored all the warnings beneath the bright green, the hidden defenses that couldn't be seen. We thought we could have all the grace and the gold without ever paying for what we might hold. Now I'm cleaning the cuts in the bathroom at night, looking for scars in the cold flickering light. Every sting is a sorry I didn't get to say before you let go and you drifted away. They say that the beauty's worth all the pain, but I'm standing here empty, out in the rain, with a handful of briars and a heart full of lead, living a life on a vine that is dead. Now I'm just holding on to the thorns of the rose, watching the garden that we planted close. The bloom was a fever, a sweet summer high, but the sting in my palm is the only goodbye. You took all the color, you took all the red, leaving the sharp, jagged edges instead. I'm losing my grip, but the memory grows deep in the skin like the thorns of the rose. Blood on the sheets, dust on the floor. I don't hear your footsteps outside of the door. The flower is gone, but the hurt is still here, growing more jagged with every new year. the thorn, just the thorn. That's all you need. The thorns of the I'm running my thumb or the dent in the door where you slammed it so hard you couldn't take anymore. And I'm touching the ring stain left on the wood from a glass that you held when we still understood. The map of our life is written in where, in the fray of the rug and the light in your hair. Now I'm just a curator of things left behind, searching for shapes I no longer can find. I'm just tracing the lines where we used to be, the curve of your back, the way you lean into me, following paths that lead to a dead-end street where the ghost of your shadow and my shadow meet. I'm drawing the borders, I'm marking the floor, but I'm just tracing the lines of a closing door. Yeah, I'm tracing the lines, but you don't live here anymore. I found an old letter in the back of a drawer. The ink's getting faint, I can't read it for sure, but I follow the loops of the L and the O, tracing the promise you made years ago. My fingers are shaking, they remember the feel of a love that was jagged, a love that was real. Now the edges are softened, the colors are bled. I'm just tracing the ghost of the things that we said. They say that a circle is a story that's whole, but I'm stuck in a spiral, losing control. I'm outlined, staring at the space on the bed, rewriting the chapters that I never read. I'm just tracing the lines where we used to be, the curve of your back, the way you lean into me, following paths that lead to a dead-end street where the ghost of your shadow and my shadow meet. I'm drawing the borders, I'm marking the floor, but I'm just tracing the lines of a closing door. Yeah, I'm tracing the lines, but you don't live here anymore. My fingertips are numb from the cold of the wall. I'm tracing the height marks we made in the hall. You grew away and I stay the same. Now I'm just a finger tracing your name in the dust on the glass, in the blur of the past, just tracing the lines. Until they disappear. thermometer is lying, says it's 85 degrees. But I'm shaking like a leaf caught in a January breeze. I watched you drive away beneath the July sun so bright, but the colors bled to gray and the morning turned to night. Now the flowers in the garden look like icicles to me, and there's a frost upon the windows of the things we used to be. 'Cause it's winter in my veins and it's snowing in my chest, since you took the only fire that I ever possessed. The world is turning green, but I'm frozen in the blue, searching for a summer that was buried next to you. No, the seasons don't move on, they just echo with your name, and I'm shivering alone beside a dead and blackened flame. It's winter in my veins. I try to breathe the air, but it's sharp as broken glass. I'm waiting for the thaw, but the weeks and months just pass. Your side of the mattress is a tundra, white and vast, a monument of silence to a love that couldn't last. I'm wearing your old sweater just to simulate the heat, but I'm just a hollow statue on a lonely sun-drenched street. They tell me give it time, soon the ice is gonna break, but they don't feel the shivering, they don't feel the ache. The blood in me is slush and my heart is beating slow. How do I find the springtime when I'm buried under snow? 'Cause it's winter in my veins and it's snowing in my chest, since you took the only fire that I ever possessed. The world is turning green, but I'm frozen in the blue, searching for a summer that was buried next to you. The seasons don't move on, they just echo with your name, and I'm shivering alone beside a dead and blackened flame. It's winter in my veins. It's winter in my veins. The sun is coming up, but I can't feel the light. I'm just a long lost season, lost inside a polar night. Cold to the touch, cold in the bone, just a